Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're peeling back the curtain a bit, getting away from the big stage stuff and really digging into the basics. We're looking at one specific foundational move in sleight of hand. Think of it as a shortcut, maybe, to understanding how some classic illusions really work.
Exactly. We're talking about the French drop. It's absolutely fundamental if you're into coin magic or really any close-up sleight of hand.
Yeah.
It's that classic way a magician makes a small thing, usually a coin, sometimes a ball, just vanish. Pure hand skill.
Right, no fancy gadgets involved here, just skill. And it's got another name, doesn't it? Something a bit more descriptive.
It does. The sources mention it's also known as le tourniquet.
Le tourniquet, I like that.
Yeah, it translates roughly to the turnstile or the pivot, kind of hints at the little twisty motion involved. And the main thing to grasp right away is, even though this is one of the oldest vanishes out there, it still works. I mean, it works brilliantly if you do it right. Really shows you how powerful those classic techniques can be.
Okay, so let's unpack that. How does it actually work? When you see it done well, it looks like a simple pass, hand to hand. But that's not what's happening at all, is it?
Not at all. The whole trick hinges on you expecting a simple transfer, but the magician does something else with very specific hand positions.
So the setup, how does it start? Let's imagine it's a coin.
Right, the coin. You hold it by the edges, just the edges, between your thumb and, say, the first two fingers of one hand, the starting hand.
And there's something about how you hold it for the audience, making sure they see it properly?
Oh, absolutely crucial. You need to tilt that coin up a bit. Why? Because you need the audience to clearly see the coin before the move happens. You're showing it to them, making them register. Okay, there's the coin. It locks in their focus.
So you're setting the stage, visually confirming, here is the object.
Exactly. You're building that expectation. This coin is about to go into the other hand. That's vital for the misdirection that follows.
Okay, then the second hand comes in, the hand that's supposed to, take the coin. What's its role?
So the second hand approaches, right? If thumb goes behind the coin, fingers go in front, it perfectly frames the coin, looks completely natural, like it's just about to pluck it away. The audience's eyes follow that approaching hand. They're anticipating the take.
But here's the core of it, the beautiful deception. The coin doesn't move.
That's the secret. It looks like it's taken, but it's not. The first hand, the one originally holding the coin, does something sneaky.
What's the move?
As the second hand closes, as if it's taking the coin and starts to move away. The first hand doesn't let go. Instead, the thumb lets the coin drop slightly, straight down into the waiting fingers of that same hand, and those fingers curl in instantly, palming the coin, hidden.
So the hand that looked like it was giving the coin actually keeps it?
Precisely. It's retained, palmed. The second hand moves away, looking like it holds the coin. The audience follows the moving hand. The one they expect has the coin.
Their brain basically says, okay, hand moved, coin must be in it.
Yeah, it's a cognitive shortcut they take. Meanwhile, the first hand, the one they now assume is empty, is actually the one hiding the coin.
That's clever. It plays on our focus where we naturally look.
Totally. It exploits our tendency to follow action, follow movement.
So, okay, it sounds simple in principle, but we know it's foundational. Why do beginners find it so tricky then? Where does it usually go wrong?
Good question. Timing and the dreaded flash.
Flashing, meaning the audience sees something they shouldn't.
Exactly. That moment where the first hand drops the coin into its own palm, that has to be perfectly synchronized. It needs to happen under cover of the second hand moving across and away. If you're too slow with the drop in palm, or if the coin dips down too visibly before the fingers close,
They catch a glimpse.
they catch a flash of silver or whatever the object is, disappearing into the wrong hand, the hand that was supposed to be giving it away. The illusion is shattered. Nailing that timing, making the retention look like part of the fluid motion of the other hand taking it, that takes practice, lots of it.
That microsecond timing, that's where the real skill lies.
Absolutely. That separates the ones who make it look like magic from those who just look clumsy.
Okay, so it's a fantastic vanish. But you mentioned it's foundational. Does that mean it's used for more than just making things disappear? The sources seem to suggest it's more versatile.
Oh, much more. That's why it's so important. Yes, it's known primarily as a vanish, but that core mechanism, the secret retention, you can use that exact same move as a switch, or even as part of a transformation effect.
Interesting. How does that work? If you've just vanished the coin, how do you switch it?
Well, think about it. The audience believes the coin is gone, probably in the other hand, which is now closed or moving away. But you secretly have the coin palmed in the first hand, right?
Right.
What if, before you started the French drop, you already had another Different coin secretly palmed in that same first hand.
Ah, okay. So you're holding one coin visibly and hiding another.
Yep. Let's say you visibly hold a silver dollar, but you have a copper penny hidden in your palm. You perform the French drop with the silver dollar. The audience thinks it vanished or went to the other hand, but it's actually now secretly palmed in your first hand alongside the hidden penny. Now, very easily, under some pretext, you can ditch the silver dollar, maybe drop it in your lap or into a pocket later, and reveal the penny that was already there. Or, even cleaner, you immediately reproduce the penny from the supposedly empty first hand. It looks like the silver dollar transformed into a penny.
Wow. Okay. So the move that vanishes object A simultaneously sets you up to reveal object B.
Exactly. It's incredibly efficient. You get a vanish and a switch or transformation for the price of one core move. That's why it's such a building block in close-up magic routines. You can chain effects together using it.
And this isn't just some, underground secret pass between magicians. It's documented.
Oh, absolutely. It's been written about for ages. That's how techniques get standardized and taught properly. The sources we looked at, like J.B. Bobo's Modern Coin Magic, that's a classic from '82, really breaks down this specific handling. It helped codify it.
Made it official in a way.
Yeah, it took it beyond just word of mouth. And newer books, too, like Paul Zenon's Guide for Beginners from 2007. The fact that it's still taught right at the start shows how vital it is. It's like learning scales on a piano if you're into coin magic.
So where does it fit in the grand scheme of magic types?
Well, obviously it's core to coin magic and it's pure sleight of hand. It's all about manual dexterity. And because it has to be done, right under the spectator's nose.
What's up?
Exactly. It's a staple of close-up magic. It needs that intimacy. It doesn't rely on big stage illusions, just your hands and the audience's attention, or rather their misattention.
Right. Okay, so let's bring this back for everyone listening. The French drop, or the tourniquet, it's really a masterclass in psychology, isn't it? Exploiting how we perceive things.
Totally. To recap, you grip the object precisely. You show it clearly to set an expectation. Then the sleight. You don't transfer it. You secretly palm it in the first hand while making the second hand look like it did the work.
And the audience follows the movement, follows the hand they think holds the coin. They've already jumped to a conclusion.
Yeah, their brain fills in the gap based on the expected action. The real secret work happens where they aren't looking in the hand they assume is now empty. That's the genius of it.
And why does that work so consistently on us?
Well, fundamentally, our brains seem hardwired to prioritize movement. The moving hand grabs our attention. We see the approach, the apparent take, the movement away. And we accept that visual narrative. We substitute the expected outcome for what actually happened.
Even though the object physically stayed put, just hidden.
Right. And that just underscores a bigger point.
Yeah.
Foundational skills, when executed perfectly, with that flawless timing, they can be far more deceptive than, complicated props or flashy effects.
Attention to detail and understanding perception.
Exactly. It's all about controlling where the audience believes the action is culminating.
So here's something for you, the listener, to think about. This classic move makes something disappear by playing on your expectations of where it should be. Think about your own world, your job, your field, even just everyday interactions. Where might you be making assumptions based on expected outcomes?
Yeah, where are you looking at the moving hand, so to speak? Are there situations where the real action, the important detail, is actually happening somewhere you've already discounted, somewhere hiding in plain sight, just waiting for perfect execution to have its effect?
Something to chew on there.
Definitely. Well, thank you for sharing these sources. It's been great digging into this cornerstone of close-up magic.
Great conversation. We'll catch you next time on The Deep Dive.